eVision Media, bringing you today's video e-tip, and it's a little bit different than normal. I'm not sitting in front of my camera today. Today I have had the absolute pleasure of getting new headshots done, and I've had my hair done and I had my makeup done with Judy from Judy to Beauty. And Judy was hired Keith here for doing the videography work for, he filmed our session. And it was really cool watching you in action as you were kind of guiding Judy on how to move and where to talk and what kind of close-ups you were going to do on the demonstrations. And so stay tuned for that, because I'll be posting a link for Judy's website when we have this all posted on our brand new website. But it's an interesting story as to why Keith is even standing here today. About at least 3 years ago, I started noticing this gentleman constantly liking and commenting and retweeting me on Twitter. And I go, wow, this guy, you know, is kind of into what I'm posting here. And I noticed it. And then one day, I can't remember, do you remember how we actually connected? Was it a direct message?
Yeah, I think so.
And you wanted to talk to me, right?
Right.
You had a question about a website.
Right.
And also at the same time, I also was thinking of you for services within our Abbotsford area, and I was referring you to other people, even though we have never met.
That's
well,
right.
Technically, we used to work probably, 40 years ago?
A long time ago.
A long time ago
Yeah.
in the same industry, but we never actually met back then, but we kind of knew of each other, but that's a whole other story. So anyway, the point of the story is that social media really works for making kind of, these kinds of connections and collaborative partnerships, which I think is totally cool. So I would like to hear from you, Keith, as far as what was going on your end, because I thought you were being very strategic about positioning yourself in front of me. And
well, it wasn't really that strategic for me. It was more about the frustration of Twitter being so huge worldwide and trying to find local people that I could connect with. So I used the Abbotsford hashtag, where we live, and used those hashtags to find out who was active and who's sort of in my same industry. So I was looking at Susan's content, which was always excellent. So it's the old adage of like, comment, share.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing anything different than I normally do with people in my local area. It's just give them a little bit of a boost. And it's not about them not wanting them to take notice of you, but it just, in the course of things, you get to know them. And it's a great way to go.
yeah, it really did. You brought yourself visible in front of me.
Right.
And it just so happens, even though you weren't technically being strategic about it, what you did is actually what I teach my students about how to get visible in front of other people, whether that person is a potential client or somebody who could refer you, which is what I ended up doing.
Yeah.
And so this is a perfect lesson, a perfect example of how anybody can get themselves in front of other people to make those kinds of connections. And so Keith is a videographer here in Abbotsford, BC. He travels all over Lower Mainland, right, to do videos. So why don't you explain a little bit more about what you do professionally?
Sure. So I have a background in television production. I branched out about 10 years ago into doing video production, mostly for business. So I shot some news for the TV stations in Vancouver, and then I mostly do event videos, seminars, conferences, workshops, that kind of thing. And then I also do video promos. Pretty much anything that requires video, I can do that. And I'm just open to new ideas for using video. And this one we did today was definitely something new and really interesting.
Yeah, you've never seen so much makeup in your life, have you?
No, it was great.
And so tell everybody how they can reach you, Keith.
Sure. Well, my company name is Pathfinder Productions, and I'm in Abbotsford, BC. And you can find me on, probably Facebook's the easiest way to go. Just search for Pathfinder Productions.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much, Keith.
Thank you very much.
Really loved seeing you in action today and having you a part of this process with Judy and I. And Tanine Tweel from Tanine Tweel Photography is also going to be in one of my e-tip videos, because that's our next step. Now that my makeup and my hair is done, Tanine is going to grab her camera and take some pictures of me. So we'll be seeing some new headshots of me pretty quick. Anyway, that's it for today's e-tip. Lesson of the day, use those connections on social media, get yourself visible, and you will get some results out of it. That's it. Bye for now.